guys, as you can see, I didn't cut my hair, but I was very tempted to do it, but I didn't do it after all. Yay! So I wanted to do this video for such a long time. People always tell me and ask me if they should cosplay because cosplay is expensive. And I'm just here to say no, cosplay is not expensive. Cosplay is something everyone can do, and I'm here to talk to you about 3 costumes that I did during 2015 and the whole process, all the tools, and how much it actually costed. So let's get started. So, first off, we have my Maleficent costume from the movie version. It was the brown one, and I fell in love with the design, and I also saw lightnings on her Facebook. So I was like, okay, I have the fabrics. They're actually in a box down the basement, on the floor of the basement. And I was like, I do have the fabrics, so I grabbed everything. I shoe the edges, glue some parts on, and then I went to a thrift shop. Yep, and I bought 2 belts. The whole cost was €1. And then I put the belts, I glue some feathers over here, and I put the belts on the waist and around the whole costume. So you have €1. And then for the horns, I used aluminium foil, duct tape, and brown paint. So what I did was actually squished the aluminium foil, roll it over with the duct tape, and after that I painted some little parts of the horns to make it more realistic with brown color. So that actually costed me like €1, and I think I would count €1 more for the horns, because technically I had all the materials in my house. So Maleficent costume, €2. Down to the next. So the second one, it was Cersei Lannister from the Game of Thrones series. So what I used was the same fabric I used for my La Muerte cosplay. I actually had the fabric, which it was very good for me. But if you want to count it in, it was 3 meters. So it was €3, and I actually bought 1 more meter of brown fabric. So we have you want to say €5 there, because I think the brown fabric was more expensive. So I have €5 for the whole kimono. I took it, I sew it all together, and I bought 1 more belt from a thrift shop again for €1. So I have €6 there. And then I painted the belt with some acrylics, which I'm not gonna count in because I used to have them, and I used, you know, such a small amount of color, so I won't even count it in. So it was okay. The necklace I used to have, and the wig, it was for another project which I never did, so I'm not gonna count it in again. So you have €5 for Cersei Lannister, and it's a very good costume. All the people that... No! I actually forgot something. I actually had some details on the neckline and on the hands that they were from a golden trim, and that was very expensive. It was €3. Very expensive. So no, I'm gonna say €9 in the whole project, because I just counted some things in my mind. So €9 for the whole thing. I think that is a very cheap cosplay. Yeah. So we're gonna break down the third one, which is gonna be Morgan from Dragon Age Inquisition. I actually won a place with that at Gameathon 2015. I was very proud of the costume, and it actually was my first ball gown, which was very interesting because I've never made before. So let's break it down from the bottom. I had this crinoline, which I'm not gonna count in, but if you want to do it, it was €20 from eBay. So I'm not gonna put the crinoline inside. I used to have some fabrics leftovers from another project, which I never did. So when I saw Morrigan, I was like, okay, this is exactly the same color and design of the fabric. Why don't use it? And I had all the fabrics for the skirt in my workshop again. So, nothing for the bottom part. Apart from the ribbons, I will talk to about the ribbons later. I had an under bust corset, which it was in black color. I had it for different kind of projects, but mainly for waist training. So I didn't count it in because it was old and I didn't have to do anything with it. So for the top, the fabric, it was the same one as the bottom, which I already had. It was very difficult though because I had very limited supply of that fabric. It was 1 meter and I struggled to make the top. So if you want to do a project and you have leftover, check out first how many leftovers you have, because it was very hard for me, but I've managed somehow. Don't ask me how. So for the necklace, I used foam and some gems I had. I painted it with gesso and golden paint and black. So the whole cost for the necklace was €3, which was very cheap. So we start off €3. So about the stuff, I just went to the woods with my boyfriend and a friend of us, and we actually took a wooden, like, a branch from a tree. They literally just cut it, and it was amazing because it was the first time I did something like that. So technically I went to the woods and just so after that, what I did was take some of my Mononoke cosplay things and just put them around the branch. I added some details and stuff with things I already had from other cosplays, so it was zero cost. And then the most expensive part was the golden trims, the black lace, and the ribbons, the silver ones. So that was €5 everything. And then it was the trucs, which was 300 trucs for €3. So you have 3 and 3 for the necklace and the trucs, and let's say 3 more for the ribbons and everything, because it's very complicated and I don't even want to go there. So yeah, basically €10 for cosplay. That it was pretty amazing, if you want to ask me. I loved it because I also bought the gloves for €1. I didn't make the gloves, so it was so cheap. Imagine a ball gown made out of €10. It's unbelievable, or what? So I think with this video I'm gonna make you believe that cosplay is not expensive, and most of all, cosplay is about having fun, not about, you know, being fancier and all. Like, you have to do a character you love, and or at least you like, and you're gonna move and you're gonna have fun and take awesome photos and stuff like that. So I hope this video helps, and until next time, I love you all. Bye.